That's it?
That's it.
That's it?
It's a Tuesday. Let's get right to it.
I heard we got some new music. I didn't know it was 4 bars, but
Hey,
some cutbacks.
There we go.
Do. Now you're up. 4:30. Good. Welcome, everybody. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Desmond.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist James Gregorio.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. We'll put in the same effort. We have some beautiful weather. Actually, I packed the show today. We're going to talk about precipitable water.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about rain chances, of course. It's summertime, and when you look at our forecast, it is kind of, well, I'd say summertime, but it's summertime
It feels
weather.
like summertime, yeah.
And if you look at our forecast, it's kind of boring, but it is nice. It's Florida.
It's true.
I mean, if this is happening up north, they're thinking, we're all frying to death. What's going to happen, right?
Exactly. And we were
but
talking
it is
about
Florida.
We were talking about that earlier this morning. Hopkins and I, over the next several days east of the Mississippi River, there will be portions of the East Coast that are ranging from 10 to 40 degrees warmer than
Above
average.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff.
Lots of record highs are going to break across the south, the southeast, even the mid-Atlantic could see some record high temperatures up towards D.C. Meanwhile, Florida being Florida here, we're in the mid-80s now. We were there yesterday. We will be there through at least Wednesday of next week. All right, so we got another whole week of this to go. And you can see a lot of folks hanging out at the beach. And as James was saying before we joined you here, we are talking spring break. And it is just about getting there. Air temp right now, 82 degrees. That has cooled. Tampa itself made 83 so far today. 85 was the record. We made 86 yesterday, which topped the record.
Right.
Or tied a record, I should say. But I think that one's going to stay safe today. We got a little bit more of a northerly breeze.
Yeah, we're not getting there now at 4:30.
So Tampa sitting at 82, 78 over in St. Pete. You can see generally 70s right along the Media Coast. But look at Sarasota. I mean, that's a little bit away, but not much. It's 84 there. 85 in Lakewood Ranch right now. That is one of our warm spots. And 81 up in Crystal River. So water temperature is starting to come back up. 67 degrees. I've seen anywhere... this is the same number. Pier 60 is at 67, but I've seen anywhere from 64, but most areas 68, 69 degrees.
Yes, and this temperature that you see on the map there was 68 a couple hours ago.
Yeah, okay, good.
You're right.
Right.
So it's been, it's been moving a little bit.
Fluctuating.
Yeah.
It will be in the 70s by this weekend in the water. So if you're trying to, the spring breakers are out there now. They're enjoying it. They're from up north, so it feels good no matter what.
Exactly.
But for us locals, when you get in that water, it's a little bit on the chilly side. I do expect it to be in the low 70s by Saturday and Sunday because we continue this weather. Low temperatures will barely make 67 at the beach, right?
Exactly.
And high temperatures will make the low 80s. So everything is above that water temperature.
So it's all going to just keep warming.
Here are the highs so far today. 83 in Tampa, 85 in MacDill Air Force Base, 79, though, out in Bartow and Lakeland, and 78 in Winter Haven. So we have an easterly wind, and that wind coming in off of the ocean. And it's a pretty good wind, so it doesn't give it as much time to warm up by the time it gets to Polk County, but that air does warm up as it's continuing to move west.
Interesting because, I'm in South Tampa, and usually TPA at the airport is usually warmer than South Tampa.
Yes.
It kind of runs a little bit warmer. So for the fact that MacDill has been warmer today than Tampa International, the script has been flipped a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just
You're
a
right
little bit.
about that,
Yeah.
especially with an easterly wind.
Yeah.
But we are going to expect temperatures to be very, very similar over the next several days. Look at the rain. Look at all of the rain.
What is that?
Here's a better look at it. It's not as thick as it appears, but there are some light showers through Dade City, north of Thonotosassa for the most part. Polk City seeing a little bit of rain.
Plant City?
Zephyr Hills, a sprinkle around maybe north. Plant City definitely. Well, Plant City is a little bit off the map here.
Yeah.
I think most of it's north of there. Yeah, most of it's north of there.
I'm just thinking about the Strawberry Festival.
Right, yeah. No, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I do think they're pretty good. But Hernando, Brooksville, we're going to get some. Floral City up in Inverness. Crystal River, at least a small chance for a sprinkle. I'm not expecting much rain. What we see back out here to the west is actually falling apart. And so by the time it does get to Hernando and Citrus County and eastern Pasco, there's not going to be as much left. But some of this right in here will hold together, this line. So if you're over here in the Zephyr Hills and up in the Dade City, we got a chance for a few more showers. And you can see southern Polk County not seeing as much. There's a little batch moving across northern Highlands. That's moving more westerly, but I think that will get into southern parts, maybe up to Bartow. I mean, it's a really small chance. Wauchula and Sebring, you do have a chance for a sprinkle. Again, this line will thin out as it moves to the coast, but not completely. So we'll watch a couple showers just pop up right here, Longboat Key. You can see that right there off the Bradenton Beach area. So most of the areas of land stay dry. This is Longboat Key right in here. And this is just a couple of showers. Not much of that's all rain. There's a little bit of sea breeze there. So not a lot of rain out there, but those rain chances will be increasing. We keep this easterly flow, and in fact, it's going to start to turn a little bit more east-southeast, maybe something like that as we get going. Well, that's a little more southeast, a little bit much, but overall, that is the type of flow that gives us a few afternoon showers when we get warm. And so this is this high-res model trying to push those showers all the way to the coast. But by about 8 to 8:30, just about everything's done, and we're dry for the overnight hours. So looking at your forecast for tonight, down slowly through the 70s. Tomorrow morning will actually be warmer.
Yeah.
We've been 50s and low 60s this morning. Less 50s tomorrow morning.
More 60s.
Yeah, if you look at the overnight lows, 59 in Crystal River, but
there's one.
that's
right.
yeah. I mean, I don't
Brooksville's
even
at
see another
61.
one on there.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty mild start. Comfortable. So going to the gym early, walking the dog. Maybe for the Floridians, definitely a sweatshirt, but that's about it.
No, if that. And a patch or two of fog. We didn't see much this morning. We're not expecting much tomorrow, but these are getting kind of close to the dew points in some spots, so can't rule out just a little bit of quick, thin fog. Then after that, sunny skies, go partly cloudy. We keep the breeze. You see it here about 10 miles per hour, but I think it'll be about 10 to 15, and you get closer to Tampa and over towards St. Pete, especially over in Pinellas County. You have a little bit more of a breeze with the wind coming over the bay there, but still a beautiful day. Mid-80s for highs, and we should be about 76 to 77 for this time of the year. So we're running almost 10 degrees, about 8 to 10 degrees above average. There you go, 86 tomorrow. Now looking at the highs as we stretch over the next week or so, the records I should say, they are in the upper 80s.
Right.
And most of our forecast temperatures are maybe 2 or 3 degrees below that, but not by much.
No, and and if things pan out correctly, we get the right setup, and especially if the winds play nice, we may challenge them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday, the Saturday time frame. I mean, I think Friday afternoon is going to be one of our warmest afternoons. You can see there. Look at those numbers. This is the GFS model. Right, it sees a cold front coming through late Wednesday night, early Thursday.
Yeah, but the irony is the cold front comes through, and it leaves us with temperatures that are still warmer than where we should be.
Where we should be. Right.
So yes, it's going to cool us down pretty significantly, but still, we've been so warm it only cools us to numbers that are slightly above where we should be.
Yeah, I mean, and these are the feels-like temperatures. So those numbers that you saw there are actually more equivalent to what the feels-like would be.
Yeah.
And then watch it. So this is Friday, and I think Friday is actually it's going to have some 90s in there. There's going to be some spots interior in here along I-75 that it feels like 90 to about 92 degrees. All right, this is Saturday, very similar, and then this is Sunday. And then Sunday, it's starting to show up. In fact, it's starting to show up more here.
Yep.
You see that?
And the humidity is increasing as well, slowly, but it is.
That's why.
It's going to feel.
That's one of the reasons.
Yes.
If you notice when we showed you the high temperature forecast, that was 87 to 88, right, from the GFS. That didn't really change. But you notice that the feels like temperature does come up. 84 is lower, but if you see this in here, that means 90s. And the feels like temperature takes into account the temperature and the humidity, because feels like is what it feels like to us humans.
Right.
Not what it just feels like, what it is out there, right? It's with us. Basically, the more humidity we have, the less efficient sweating cools us off. And so we feel hotter out there. And so that's what it's going to be like as we get going into the upcoming weekend. Now, there is some cold air around, mainly up in the northwest. We still have a lot of warm air in the south and just a couple of cold shots trying to come across the northeast, but that's even struggling to do that right now. I don't think we're done with it I think we are for us.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think the country's done with it, especially the East Coast, as we'll probably get another cold shot towards the middle and end of the month. But for us, we're not going to see any more freezing temperatures here in Tampa. That's good news.
We'll put that to rest.
Yeah, right? So there's the rain forecast. Now, notice 30% on Thursday. A couple tomorrow. Not a big deal. more on Thursday, and then look at Friday. I went 40% on Friday, back down to 30% for Saturday, and then only about 20% on Sunday. Now, we're going to take a quick break right here. When we come back, I'm going to show you hour by hour with our forecast taking you out through Thursday. You'll be able to see the difference, and you'll also be able to see it's not a rain out.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
When people see that map and 40%, they're like, oh, Joey's birthday party is going to be rained out.
Right.
No, just a couple afternoon showers. We'll talk about that coming up.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
I was driving when a Ford pickup truck barreled into me from behind, sending me to the hospital.
I knew my husband was going to need an excellent attorney, so I called Dan Newland.
I'm so glad my wife called Dan. Dan really fought for me. He won my case and got me $650,000.
If you've been involved in a car accident, allow me to fight for you. Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Thanks, Dan, for winning my husband's case.
All right, 442, welcome back. So let's take you through our in-house model here, and we'll talk about the hour-by-hour forecast because it's basically quiet.
Yeah.
A couple of showers around for tomorrow, but watch this. So just to get an idea of the coverage, you see that 1 or 2 showers, kind of similar to what we're seeing out there now, which is not a lot, and mainly starting after 2 or 3 o'clock, and that's about 5 o'clock that you're looking at right there. So will there be a shower tomorrow? Yeah, there'll be a couple around the area. Don't cancel any of your plans.
No. Will it fall on your house? We don't know. Probably not.
It'll be, there'll be some spots. And,
Right.
and here's the other point about that. If I back this up a little bit, it is a possibility all the way to the coast through about 10 to 11 o'clock. Watch this right here. This is 11 p.m. Let me back that up. See that in the Tampa area? That's 7:30,
Yeah.
8,
Pinellas.
9, 10.
Yep.
So there is the possibility that we get a couple showers.
If it even holds up, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hit and miss, but it's a lot more miss than hit. But, a couple drifting showers that, I like the analogy. It's kind of like a boat without a rudder. It's just kind of drifting out there. And where we get, one of those 2 little sprinkles, that's where we get it,
But
that is a little more impressive.
Is Thursday afternoon. That's why I went up to 40% chance. Now, I think that's a little overdone, but I do think showers and even a thunderstorm is possible on Thursday. We're increasing the moisture in the atmosphere, and that's going to help give us just a better chance to just get rain altogether, but maybe a little bit of extra lift in the mix as well, too. So also one thing that's a little bit different here is the wind is a little bit more east-southeast versus east that it's been.
So it might be a little more unstable.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. So you're saying there's a chance. This is the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. So this is what we call the precipitable water. And up here is the really dry air, okay? There's some dry air out over the Atlantic. But you notice we're getting at least some moisture from time to time, kind of fed in our direction. There's actually a little bit better rain chance out here on the west side, East Texas, on the west side of the Gulf. That's where the front that's going to be building up. If you look down to the south, this is summertime for us, all right? That's not coming here yet, all right? It will, but that's not yet. So then if you notice, we will get some more moisture. Look at that. That is some of that kind of moisture, right?
Yeah.
That's that front coming through, but look what's coming in behind it. This big push of dry, dry air coming down for this, by the way, is Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So Thursday, we'll have some rain early Thursday morning if this timing holds, and then we'll start to calm things down and dry things out as we move our way into Thursday night and Friday morning, all right? Now, what I just showed you can be plotted on a map like numbers, all right? And that's what you're looking at right here. So you start on the Wednesday on the far left right there. That's where we are now. When this line gets up above this green line up in the rainy season area, that's when you have at least enough moisture in the atmosphere from the ground all the way up to really kind of give you a better chance for those afternoon showers and thunderstorms that we get in the summer. You need other things. It's not just this, okay? But this is one of the key factors that I look for as we start to approach the rainy season. This is relatively high for this time of the year, but you see it dips right back down for Saturday and Sunday, at least a little bit. And then here comes that front Wednesday into Thursday, and you see all the moisture associated with it, and then boom, it just drops right back down.
Wow, that's dry Friday.
Yeah, that's dry. And, you know, this is over an inch is not too bad for us this time of the year, but anything over 1.75, and we start getting temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s, now you got a lot of moisture. Now you get afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So we're kind of flirting with it a little bit. That's why it looks a little bit like a summer pattern when you look at the forecast models. Now boating, east winds, we're going to keep that going 10 to 15 knots. Now could see, I could call it a little east to southeast, but generally east should do it. And there's actually going to be a little bit of a northerly jog 3 in the afternoon, maybe through about 5 to 6 p.m., and then comes right back to the east with that breeze that we've been seeing. Pretty decent breeze the last couple of nights. From the east to the west, 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m., and I think we'll continue to do that for a couple more nights. Saturday night looks a little less, Sunday, and then we're really just kind of keeping everything similar until we get into Thursday of next week. Actually, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, the winds will pick up more out of the south. That's ahead of the front.
Ahead of the front, right.
Thursday's northerly winds behind the front. You're used to fronts coming through, last couple months, last few months. But that won't happen here until this week from tomorrow.
If it actually holds up.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Now there's the 67 in the water.
Yep.
6.7.
6.7. Dipped down from 6.8 earlier. So
and this is an automated number that comes to Pier 60, and that can fluctuate. But a lot of what I've been seeing is about 68, 69 right now. So again, that number should be in the 70s, I think, low 70s at least, by the upcoming weekend. Remember, there it is. There's 11 p.m. tomorrow. And that's what we're going to look like about 11 p.m. tonight. See that easterly wind is a surge coming back in. So what happens is with that easterly flow, there's no sea breeze trying to fight against it in the evening, right? Sun's gone down, land is cooling down, so that east wind just can take right back over and go all the way across. All right, now, this is the forecast for winds that we had for tomorrow morning. This is that surge that I just showed you there. That will be pushing in as we work our way through the overnight hours. And this is for tomorrow night, but I expect it to look very similar as we get into tonight into tomorrow night as well. All right, just about 4:48. Let's take a quick break and we'll come right back.
I was involved in a very bad car accident. Called attorney Dan Newland, and it was like 1, 2, 3. Dan really got it done for me. At the end of my case, he got me $525,000.
As one of the largest personal injury law firms in the United States, my team and I remain committed more than ever to win big on your case. Involved in a car accident? Let's get started. Call me at 813-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan, for winning my case.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
All right, 450, welcome back. Let's talk strawberries. I tell you, they've had a great week out in Plant City for the Strawberry Festival.
Yeah.
And that will continue. We're talking mid-80s for highs, 60s in the morning, and there is that small chance for a shower. Do not let that cancel. I know there's some concerts in the evenings. That's the best chance to see a shower. Really, the best chance in Plant City is probably about 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then after that, it's not even there. Maybe up through 7, but it's going to be a very small chance. So don't let that cancel any of your plans. All right, now, frozen strawberries.
Yeah.
They got really good strawberries out there. Let's talk a little bit of ice cream for your strawberries because we got this really cool package out of Minnesota. You want to set the stage? There's
Sure.
I mean, it's Minnesota. It's cold.
It's cold, but apparently a bunch of folks just meet up at the same Dairy Queen, right, outside of Fargo over the weekend to celebrate an annual tradition at that local Dairy Queen, getting some ice cream, no matter how cold it is. Take a look at how this year's visit went.
History. I've been doing this for years and years on March 1st. This is the best Dairy Queen around.
You wait all year and you just got to have that. And they have the best dilly bars. They're the first ones. And they have the special barbecue recipe. No other one tops it.
This is our 77th year, and not very many restaurants can say anything like that.
Here we go. My wife wants a butterscotch milkshake. You cannot get a butterscotch. You can get caramel, but not butterscotch at any other Dairy Queen around this area.
Like years ago, Dairy Queen used to make everything in store. Well, we still make all of our dilly bars, all of our DQ sandwiches. We may have every novelty that we have except for the pre-manufactured and the special ones like a Heath Toffee bar. We do not make here, but everything else we still manufacture just like it was intended to be in 1949.
I think I'm going to sit down on the table. They got them all ready to frost off. I'm warm enough dressed so I can have my ice cream before, well, it won't melt. That's a nice thing.
This is beautiful today. I mean, it's a little chilly, but the sun's shining. It'll get a little warmer.
Like I say, I've been here when it was 8 below zero. You know, so it's okay.
Oh. Ice cream's ice cream, though.
Ice cream's
right?
ice cream, but me personally, I find it more enjoyable when I don't have to have mittens on when I'm eating it.
Right. I bet it doesn't. It's not as messy for the kids.
It's not going to melt.
It's not going to melt all over the
As
place.
a parent, it's great. You want to get some ice cream, at least you don't have it in the backseat of your car, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at this 7-day forecast. Imagine we had the Dairy Queen here. Oh,